Hello team! Today I'm going to show you 7 major stretches you can do right at your desk or a coffee table. So if you're sitting a lot at your office, you don't even have to leave your desk. Or if you're watching TV, that's the best time to stretch. So I bet you have a coffee table around. So you can do this at your desk, okay? Or use a coffee table. It's the same thing. So I'm going to show it to you on a coffee table. So when you're watching TV, you're going to do these 7 amazing stretches for all your major muscle groups, okay? Or at least muscles that always feel discomfort and, stiffness. So those are really important to attend to, okay? So starting with the first stretch, your neck, easy enough to do. You're at the desk working away. Just step over, grab one end of the desk or the coffee table, and make sure you're sort of leaning over a little bit so you're pulling on and you can feel yourself opening up this. Inhale, and as you exhale, look up so you can feel yourself stretching the front. Inhale and exhale, looking down, chin to the left shoulder, and feeling yourself stretching the sides and the back. Okay, so you just move over, grab the edge, and then if you want more, you can not only just drop your head, but you can also sort of lean over a little bit, right? You want to find the stretch, so be mindful and move slow as you inhale, and stretch when you exhale. Okay, so you want to slowly find the stretch and then just breathe into it about 20 to 30 seconds and feel amazing. Okay, that's easy enough, right? You can do that watching TV. And then you can work your chest. Just grab one side of the coffee table, get real close to it, or grab the office desk and just turn away. And again, you can also lean forward and pull away. Okay, you can even lean on top of the coffee table or the office desk and press down and turn to the ceiling. See this? There's so many ways you can stretch your chest. Turn away, pressing up against it, breathing, inhale, breathe out as you stretch into the movement, or leaning down, turning away. Okay? Lots of ways you can stretch your chest. Opening this area really helps eliminate all that tightness in your traps, right? Because we're always hunched over pulling on this area. So it becomes overactive by trying to pull back. That's why it's always so tight. Okay, so you want to say relax, I gotcha. That's why you stretch the front to rid of the back problem, right? Right here. Now, stretching the back. Speaking of the back, you can grab, right? I'm kneeling right now because I'm on a coffee table, but if you're standing at your desk, you could just bend over, right? So you're going to grab and pull, round up your back, and you can feel yourself opening the sides. Okay, again, move over, grab the sides. So if you're sitting, it's the same thing. You can still grab. You can do it seated, you can do it standing, you can do it kneeling, you can do it however you like. You're going to feel yourself stretching. Stretch every angle, up, I would say side and down, even down, side, okay? Grab, anything, just make sure you can feel yourself opening on every angle, okay? So the side of the table is amazing. So that's for your back. So that's 3 stretches. You can also do the front for your back. You can also just stand back and press down, right? Again, I'm kneeling, but you can do it standing. So this is what it looks like kneeling. Right? Pressing down. The further away you stand, the more intense the stretch, so you can press your chest forward. Again, you'll be standing. You can open up your legs as you stand at your desk. As you're working, just stand up and press down. Again, even if it's a coffee table and you stood up and you press down, that still feels amazing. All of it feels amazing. So just experiment, play with all of the stretches, okay? So that's for your back. Now, how about your hips? So coffee table, you could just step on it, drive the hip forward, and stand. Okay, you can drive the hip forward. Make sure you feel yourself abs tight, glute tight. Bring the hip forward. Okay, you can also feel the inner thigh when you're doing this. Again, if it's a desk, it's probably going to be higher. So just stand on the edge of the desk and just stand tall, right? If you're super flexible, you can lean over, of course. So play with it, see how you feel. You're gonna feel the stretch immediately, okay? So switch, inhale, exhale. Again, if it's a desk, it's gonna be higher. You just put your legs there. Or you can even put your leg on a chair, okay? So if you're at the desk and the desk is too high and you're not that flexible, you can just step on a chair. Okay, so that's how you do the hip flexors. and the glute. So we're gonna go into, you can do standing on a coffee table. This is great. Now if you're super flexible, you can go lower, right? A lot of times I put my entire bum, or at least one of my bum, on the table, and I'm stretching my butt. Make sure you flex your ankle to protect your knee and ankle alignment. So if you do this, sometimes it can hurt the knee, so make sure your ankle flex. Again, this is what it looks like from the side. If you're at a desk, you'll be standing, putting it on the desk, right? And it's just standing up. If that's too high, just put it on the desk and just stand tall like this. You don't have to actually sit on the desk. See, this is what it looks like if you sit on the coffee table or the desk. Just make sure, chest up nice and high. Squeeze the glute always to protect the back. You can always lean over as well if you like, just to get a deeper stretch, okay? So lots of ways you can do this, okay? You don't necessarily have to sit on the coffee table. And switch legs, you can just do this and lean over. And you can feel it already. Okay, especially if you sit down now, you really feel it. If you're super flexible and you need more and you want to get deeper, you can definitely sit. Okay, so I'm getting a good hip flexor stretch as well. Because I'm sitting on this coffee table, I'm so low, I get to stretch my hip flexor too. Right? Now, if you're at your desk, it's going to be a little higher. You can still stretch your hip flexor, okay? It's going to be higher. You just lean into the desk as well. Same thing, okay? So don't be afraid to play around. Just move slowly and breathe as you move. Just be mindful every time you move. Is this the right move for me? Can I do this? Let's try it first. Let's move in slowly, okay? Let the body adapt, okay? Hamstrings, that's your last stretch. Back of your legs, very important. Connect it to your glute and your lower back. So if this is tight, all that's going to be tight, or vice versa, okay? So you can just stand on your, guess what? You're standing at your desk, you could just put your leg on your chair or on your desk. So if your desk is super high, hopefully you're flexible. If not, just on your chair or on the coffee table, just like this, okay? Lean over. Okay, try to ankle flex because that's how you get the hamstring stretch. Try not to stretch with your toes pointing unless you're doing a mobility exercise, creating some flow. That's different, okay? Ankle flex, chest forward, keep that hip out. So try this side, you can see me, hip out, chest forward, and hinge over at the hip. Try not to hinge over at the waist. You can do that if you're just trying to stretch your back, that's different. But if you're trying to get some hamstring flexibility, you want to do it so you get the full effect, the full stretch. Hamstrings flexibility goes all the way to your lower back. So if you're just stretching like this, you're not getting that full hamstring flexibility, okay? Nice and strong. Okay, so if you're on the desk at your office, it's going to be higher. You just have to stand up taller. Because if you lean forward, it just adds more tension. So just stand up, ankle flex, and you will feel it. And that's all you need. And then don't be afraid to play when it comes to your hamstrings. Try to move. Stretch it left. Stretch it to the right, okay? That's how you loosen things up, creating some mobility, okay? So those are 7 stretches you can practice using your office desk, sitting at in front of a coffee table while you're watching TV. So you always make time. You can make time anytime. Just thank the body. Look at it this way. Every time I stretch, I always think that is my way of thanking my body. That's how I say thank you for everything you do. So at the end of the day, you want to treat your body the way you want to be treated. Okay? Enjoy the stretches.